Imagine sitting down to a healthy seafood dinner, thinking you are doing your body a favor. But what if that fish on your plate, yes, the one you've eaten for years, is quietly draining your energy, fogging your memory, or even weakening your heart? Many older adults unknowingly consume fish that are packed with hidden toxins, heavy metals like mercury, or dangerous chemicals that slip through safety checks. These aren't rare or exotic creatures. We are talking about common fish you'll find in supermarkets and restaurants every day. And the worst part, they can accelerate aging, make joint pain worse, and even interfere with your medications. Seniors deserve to eat in a way that supports long life and clear thinking, not meals that sabotage their health. Before you take another bite, stay with us, because what you don't know about these 6 fish could be silently harming you or someone you love. What if avoiding just a few common fish could mean the difference between a foggy mind and sharp memory, between chronic pain and pain-free mornings, between fatigue and vibrant energy? If you're over 60, you've likely been told that fish is a healthy choice, and in many cases, it absolutely is. Omega-3s, lean protein, good for the heart. The list goes on. But what most people don't realize is that not all fish are created equal, especially when it comes to aging bodies. Some fish, the very ones you might think are helping you, are actually secret saboteurs of senior health. These fish may contain toxic levels of mercury, dangerous industrial chemicals, antibiotic residues, and even compounds that can interfere with common medications like blood thinners, blood pressure pills, or arthritis drugs. And because aging bodies process toxins more slowly, the risks aren't just theoretical, they are personal, real, and preventable. So here's what's coming your way. In this video, we are pulling back the curtain on 6 fish that older adults should avoid completely, not just occasionally, not just in large amounts, but altogether. Why? Because these particular fish carry risks that are especially harmful to seniors. We'll explain exactly what makes each of these 6 dangerous, how they affect the brain, heart, bones, and immune system, and what you can do instead to stay nourished without fear. And this isn't just fear-mongering or clickbait, it's backed by real data, real cases, and recommendations from doctors, toxicologists, and geriatric nutritionists. Whether you're trying to protect your memory, avoid inflammation, reduce the risk of heart disease, or just feel stronger day to day, this video is going to empower you with clear, simple choices that can make a lasting difference in your quality of life. You'll also discover why some fish you've eaten for decades may no longer be safe today, even if they once were. The shocking origin of chemicals found in certain imported fish and how they pass undetected onto your plate. The hidden connection between brain fog and contaminated seafood, a link many doctors overlook in older patients. A little known fact about one type of fish that interferes with memory medications, like donepezil or galantamine. Safer, delicious alternatives to each dangerous fish, so you're not left wondering what to eat instead. This video isn't about guilt or fear, it's about giving you clarity and control. If you've ever stood in the seafood aisle, unsure of which fish to trust, if you've been told to just eat more fish without knowing the real consequences, or if you're doing everything you can to age gracefully and want your meals to support that journey, you're in the right place. We've designed this guide specifically for people over 60. It's focused, respectful, and senior-friendly. We'll never talk down to you or overwhelm you with jargon. Just clear, compassionate advice you can use today, backed by science and delivered in everyday language. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and listen closely, because this information could protect not just your health, but your peace of mind. By the end of this video, you'll know which 6 fish should never make it to your dinner table again, and more importantly, why avoiding them could mean more pain-free mornings, more clarity, more vitality, and more good years ahead. Let's dive in. Here at Elderly Self-Care Guide, our mission is simple: to help you live better, not just longer. We understand that aging comes with unique challenges that aren't always addressed in mainstream health content. It's not just about staying alive, it's about staying well, mobile, clear-headed, and confident in your body every single day. That's why we've created a space where older adults can find reliable, compassionate, and science-backed guidance without the noise, the confusion, or the one-size-fits-all approach. Every piece of content on our channel is carefully crafted with seniors in mind. That means we don't generalize, we don't cut corners, and we certainly don't rely on fads or fear tactics. Instead, we dig deep into the latest research, cross-check facts with medical sources, and filter out the fluff so you get only what matters most for your age group and stage of life. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 90, our channel is built for you. We collaborate with a range of professionals including geriatric dietitians who specialize in the nutritional needs of older adults, neurologists and brain health researchers who understand how aging impacts cognition and memory, cardiologists who offer insights into how foods and habits affect senior heart health, physical therapists who know how mobility, pain, and inflammation change with age, and most importantly, real seniors whose experiences, challenges, and successes guide how we deliver every single video. You're not just watching a YouTube channel. You're stepping into a trusted circle of care, one that values your time, your dignity, and your desire to thrive in your later years. Let's face it, the internet is flooded with advice, but very little of it speaks directly to the realities of being older. You've probably seen flashy thumbnails promising miracle cures, vague hacks, or trendy superfoods that sound promising until you realize the advice is aimed at 25-year-olds with completely different bodies, goals, and risks. At Elderly Self-Care Guide, we're not interested in trends. We are interested in truth. We take into account how digestion slows with age, how medications interact with certain nutrients, how inflammation builds silently over time, and how even healthy foods can backfire if your body processes them differently after 60. And we do it in a way that respects your intelligence and your lived experience. We also recognize that many seniors today are more proactive than ever, searching for answers, staying informed, and making powerful health decisions well into their 70s and beyond. You don't need to be told what to do, you just need the right information, delivered clearly, calmly, and with purpose. That's where we come in. We focus on practical, actionable steps, not long lists of impossible changes or medical jargon that leaves you overwhelmed. Our goal is to show you that small choices, the food you put on your plate, the way you move your body, the way you sleep, hydrate, and even breathe, can add up to big improvements in how you feel every day. And because we know many seniors are also caregivers for others, or facing conditions like arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, or cognitive decline, we are especially careful to consider how our advice interacts with real-world limitations like limited mobility, fixed incomes or food accessibility, prescription medications, energy levels and fatigue, emotional shifts including loneliness or grief. Our content is gentle yet firm, empowering yet realistic, encouraging yet medically grounded. We also make sure everything we share is research supported, referencing sources like the National Institutes of Health, Harvard Health, Mayo Clinic, the American Heart Association, and peer-reviewed journals whenever possible. And we are constantly evolving, learning from the latest findings, adjusting our recommendations, and always putting your health and dignity first. We are proud that our community is made up of thousands of thoughtful, health-conscious older adults who engage with each other in the comments, share their own wisdom, and create a ripple effect of support and empowerment. So, if you've ever felt confused by conflicting advice, discouraged by your health progress, or simply tired of being ignored in conversations about wellness, you're not alone. And you found the right place. Elderly Self-Care Guide is more than just a channel, it's a reliable partner in your wellness journey. We are here to help you age with clarity, control, and confidence. And today's topic, dangerous fish seniors should avoid, is just one of many areas where a bit of the right knowledge can protect your future and give you peace of mind. Let's continue and look at the fish that don't belong on your plate anymore. 6 fish older adults should avoid. Let's explore the 6 fish older adults should avoid completely, and why your long-term health may depend on making better choices. For each one, we'll unpack the hidden risks, connect emotionally, and offer healthier advice. Fish 1. Tilefish, the mercury bomb. Tilefish may look harmless, but it's consistently ranked among the highest mercury fish in the sea. Mercury accumulates in the body over time, and seniors are especially vulnerable. It can impair memory, disrupt coordination, and worsen symptoms of balance disorders, which are already more common after 60. As your nervous system ages, mercury doesn't just pass through your body like you might think. Instead, it builds up silently, damaging neurons, interfering with clear thinking, and slowing down your body's internal communication systems. Many seniors already face challenges like forgetfulness, dizziness, or difficulty concentrating. Could your fish choice be silently making things worse? Wild-caught salmon, it's naturally low in mercury and packed with EPA and DHA, 2 forms of omega-3s that actually help repair brain tissue and support memory. It's also anti-inflammatory, making it easier on aging joints and blood vessels. Fish 2. Swordfish, a toxic heavyweight. Swordfish is a popular grill favorite, but it's also a mercury powerhouse. This large predator fish lives long and accumulates heavy metals in its tissue. For seniors, mercury from swordfish can trigger or worsen symptoms like confusion, tremors, insomnia, and unexplained anxiety. In some cases, it's been linked to faster cognitive decline. especially in people who already show early signs of memory loss. John, 68, loved grilling swordfish steaks every summer. But after struggling with memory lapses and a growing fogginess, his doctor checked for mercury toxicity. Cutting out swordfish, along with better hydration and brain-friendly foods, turned things around in just a few months. Sardines small, oily, and low on the food chain. Sardines are rich in calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s, ideal for bone strength, brain protection, and heart health in older adults. Bonus, they come in easy-to-eat cans, making meal prep a breeze. Fish 3. King mackerel, sneaky heart risk. King mackerel may sound regal, but it's one of the worst offenders when it comes to mercury and cardiovascular strain. High in contaminants, it can interact dangerously with blood pressure medications, statins, and anticoagulants, altering how those drugs perform in your body. This is especially alarming for seniors managing heart disease, arrhythmias, or recovering from strokes. Mercury can also stress the kidneys and liver, two systems already under pressure from common medications. If you're watching your blood pressure, cholesterol, or taking heart meds daily, eating king mackerel could quietly undo your hard-earned progress without you even realizing it. Atlantic mackerel, a different species, it's smaller, less contaminated, and still high in heart-loving omega-3s. It supports healthy arteries, reduces triglycerides, and even boosts HDL, good cholesterol. Fish 4. Shark, a dangerous delicacy. While not a staple for most, shark meat does appear in certain exotic dishes and seafood restaurants. Unfortunately, shark is at the very top of the ocean food chain, meaning it eats everything below it and absorbs the toxins of hundreds of other fish. Its meat is often laced with mercury, lead, arsenic, and persistent organic pollutants, POPs, chemicals that disrupt hormone function and immune response. For aging bodies, these toxins can worsen autoimmune symptoms, increase cancer risk, and leave you feeling constantly drained. Show a side-by-side animation, a large shark consuming small fish leading to a buildup of toxins, superimposed over a senior brain slowly dimming. The message: bigger fish means bigger risk. Rainbow trout, gentle on digestion. Trout is rich in B vitamins, selenium, and high-quality protein that supports immune strength, muscle maintenance, and mood regulation, key for emotional well-being in later years. Fish 5. Farmed salmon, not as safe as you think. While salmon is usually a healthy pick, farmed salmon from overcrowded fisheries is a different story. These fish are often raised in contaminated waters, treated with pesticides, culling agents, and antibiotics that can linger in the meat. The fatty acid profile is also altered, reducing the anti-inflammatory benefits you expect from wild fish. This version of salmon may not cause immediate harm, but over time, it can worsen inflammation, trigger allergic reactions, and even increase the body's resistance to certain antibiotics, a serious concern for seniors prone to infections. Several older adults reported less morning stiffness and joint swelling just weeks after switching from farm to wild-caught salmon. One viewer, 74-year-old Linda, said her energy was better within 2 weeks and she didn't change anything else. Alaska wild-caught salmon, a nutritional powerhouse. It contains fewer contaminants, more bioavailable omega-3s and astaxanthin, a natural antioxidant that supports eye, brain, and joint health. Fish 6. Imported catfish. Hidden chemical risks. Catfish can be a comforting, familiar food, but when imported, especially from regions with lax safety laws, it's often raised in unclean water, fed toxic additives, and treated with banned antibiotics that don't belong anywhere near your dinner plate. Seniors who regularly consume these imports may be unknowingly increasing their exposure to carcinogens and endocrine disruptors. These compounds can mimic hormones in the body, contributing to thyroid problems, fatigue, weight changes, and metabolic slowdown. You think you're choosing a lighter meal, breaded catfish with some greens on the side. But what if that very meal was hiding harmful chemicals banned in your own country, yet still legally imported? US farmed catfish or North Atlantic cod regulated for safety. These options are lighter on the stomach, easier to digest, and free from the residues often found in international imports. Cod is also high in lean protein and vitamin B12, which supports red blood cell production and energy levels in seniors. Speech balloon. Final thought before we continue. These 6 fish may look harmless on your plate, but beneath the surface, they carry risks that grow more serious as we age. The good news: with a few simple swaps, you can still enjoy delicious seafood that supports your heart, mind, and muscles without the toxic burden. And remember, when it comes to senior health, prevention is power. Aging brings wisdom, but it also brings new vulnerabilities. Your body becomes more sensitive to the things that once felt routine. That's why now, more than ever, what you eat matters. If you've ever stared at a seafood menu or the fish aisle wondering, "Is this still okay for me?" you're not alone. Many older adults were raised with the belief that all fish is healthy, a blanket assumption that was never fully questioned. After all, it's lean, it's natural, it comes from the ocean, what could possibly go wrong? But the truth is, the world has changed. Our oceans are more polluted, farming practices more industrialized, and many of the fish we once trusted are now silently working against our health. Not for it. It's not just food. It's your future. Think about it, every bite you take in your golden years should be a form of self-care. You've spent decades building your life, your family, your strength. You deserve meals that nourish you, not meals that take energy away. Picture this: you're finally retired. You've earned this time. You're enjoying a quiet dinner, maybe even your favorite grilled fish. But what if that comforting dish is slowly introducing toxins into your system? Toxins that cloud your thinking, stiffen your joints, or spike your blood pressure over time. That's not the kind of surprise anyone deserves, especially not at this stage of life. Your brain deserves clarity, not confusion. Forgetfulness is common as we age, but not inevitable. In fact, some of the most preventable cases of mental fog, memory loss, and irritability in older adults have been traced back to mercury exposure from fish. If you've ever had one of those days where names escape you, where you're halfway through a sentence and forget what you were saying, where reading feels more tiring than relaxing, those moments aren't always just aging. Sometimes, they are a sign that something in your diet is interfering with your clarity. Your brain is your control center. It's where you store your stories, your laughter, your lessons. It's what makes you you. And if avoiding just a few dangerous fish could help preserve that clarity longer, isn't that a change worth making? Your heart has carried you far. Now it needs protection. Most seniors already have a heart history, high blood pressure, cholesterol medication, or just a family line of heart disease. What many don't know is that certain fish actually interfere with those medications. King mackerel, swordfish, and tilefish aren't just high in mercury, they interact negatively with the very prescriptions designed to protect you. You wouldn't skip your heart meds. So why eat fish that quietly undo the very work your medicine is trying to do? Now imagine this instead, sitting down to a heart-healthy dinner of wild-caught salmon, knowing you're not only enjoying something delicious, but also supporting the organ that's kept you going all these years. That peace of mind is powerful, and it's 100% within reach. You've earned comfort, not chronic inflammation. Inflammation isn't always felt like a stabbing pain. It can be subtle morning stiffness, trouble rising from a chair, nagging fatigue, or tight fingers that just won't bend like they used to. If you live with arthritis, joint pain, or general soreness, the wrong fish can intensify those symptoms quietly through chemicals and additives that increase your body's inflammatory response. Farmed salmon, for example, can carry pesticides and unnatural culling agents that don't belong in your bloodstream. Imported catfish often comes with banned antibiotics. Imagine that sitting in your body day after day. Now compare that to a clean, gentle protein like rainbow trout or cod. These support your immune system, fight inflammation, and help your body repair itself instead of fight itself. That means more good days, less groaning mornings, and a feeling of strength, not stiffness, when you wake up. Your story deserves more healthy years. What if one small decision, like skipping a certain fish, gave you 2 more vibrant years with your grandchildren? What if changing your dinner added more clarity to your conversations, more energy to your afternoons, more ease to your steps? These aren't big changes. They are small switches: choosing safer seafood, paying attention to the source, and trusting your instincts. Your body will tell you what it needs. You just have to listen. And here's the truth: you're not fragile. You're experienced. You've lived through change before. You've adapted, overcome, and endured. Updating your eating habits now isn't a burden, it's just another smart adjustment. One that lets you stay sharp, stay strong, and stay you. Speech balloon: you're not alone. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by food labels, confused by conflicting advice, or unsure about what's safe now that you're older, just know you're not alone. Thousands of other older adults are asking the same questions, facing the same choices, and looking for a clearer, simpler path to wellness. The good news: you found it. Here at Elderly Self-Care Guide, we are here to walk this path with you, not as medical experts in a lab, but as people who care, who listen, and who believe your best years can still be ahead. Before you go, pause for a moment and ask yourself, were you surprised by any of these fish? Maybe you've been eating swordfish for years, or thought farmed salmon was a healthier, affordable choice. You're not alone if that caught you off guard. We want to hear your voice. Which of these fish were you most shocked to see on the list? Or better yet, do you have a personal story of how removing one from your diet made a difference in your energy, memory, or even your mood? Speech balloon: drop it in the comments. Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. You never know who's scrolling, quietly looking for answers. Comment a fish you'll be avoiding from now on. Before you click away, Here's something worth remembering: your choices today shape the energy, clarity, and comfort you'll feel tomorrow. And it doesn't take a radical overhaul. Sometimes it's as simple as knowing what not to eat. That's why this channel exists. At Elderly Self-Care Guide, we bring you weekly insights to help you protect your mind, support your heart, and move through your day with confidence without confusion or overwhelm. From what's on your plate to how you manage stress, to small but powerful ways to sleep better, move easier, and feel younger, we are building a library of real-life solutions tailored for you. And the best part? It's all explained in simple terms, so you never have to feel left behind, lost in medical jargon, or unsure if advice applies to your age or lifestyle. So if you want clear, practical guidance for aging well, tap subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next episode, because every week, we break down another piece of the aging puzzle. Your healthiest years aren't behind you, they are waiting to be discovered. Let's walk that path together.